Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, sort of talking about the 49ers. This does pertain to them, but this is not about the now 2023. This is actually about the past because this pertains to a recent thing that happened last week. If you don't know already, Josh McDaniels, former head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, recently getting fired, getting the can after a horrible performance, getting fired the second time midseason, not the first time. He also got fired in 2009, 2010 with the Denver Broncos. Now, circle of life back with the AFC West, back with the Raiders, and getting fired there halfway through the year. I mean, that's a really successful career for a Belichick assistant, right? But anyways, this is going to be pertaining to Josh McDaniels a little bit because actually years ago in 2017, when the 49ers were looking for a head coach after the firing of Chip Kelly, they were looking for a head coach. They don't know who. They were bringing down the candidates. It was Kyle Shanahan, some other guys, and Josh McDaniels, and it looks like Josh McDaniels at that time was going to be the front runner to take the job, but luckily Josh McDaniels turned the job down from all reports. This is all reports, which I could see there's a little bit of truth to that. If you ask John Lynch, he probably would tell you that this was all true, but it's kind of funny because John Lynch wasn't even on the team yet, but I'm pretty sure that he could probably confirm that McDaniels was probably the 49ers' first choice after Chip Kelly getting fired and stuff like that. But anyways, I think that was just one of the greatest things that ever happened for the 49ers was to not hire Josh McDaniels and for McDaniels to back out of the deal. Awesome right there. And, we're looking at his head coaching tenures and his previous two stints, and even with the Indianapolis Colts in 2018, where he almost got the job, he agreed to the job, and then backed out of it. A lot of people call him a snake, which I can concur to. A lot of disasterness in the name Josh McDaniels, right? He's had a really tumultuous career as a head coach. Is he a great coordinator? Yeah, probably. He's not too bad of a coordinator. I feel like if he leads one side of the ball, he could be a pretty good dude. But if he's trying to lead a whole team and be the leader of the franchise, definitely not. We've seen that for the past two times, and this pretty much kills any chance of him wanting to be a head coach in the NFL ever again. But hey, he won big time. Mark Davis got to pay him about $50-60 million for the next few years. Wow, that is just a big waste right there. It can relate to recently with Matt Rule getting fired in Carolina and David Tepper still having to pay him $40 million for the next few years as well. I mean, these owners are just wasting money like no tomorrow, right? But hey, $60 million, $50 million to them is like chump change to them. But hey, it could be lifetime money changing for any of us, including myself. But anyways, I'm glad that the 49ers, I'm glad Jed York and them, they were able to dodge a bullet and not hire Josh McDaniels. Actually, I was kind of a fan of McDaniels. I thought the same like the Raiders too. He was going to change. He was learning from his mistakes in Denver. He was going to be a better leader, but, well, that none of it happened. And honestly, if Josh McDaniels was hired by the 49ers in 2017, he probably would have been fired by 2018, 2019. That's just the way I'm seeing it from his tenure in Oakland or Las Vegas right now. And the biggest, saddest thing I could say for his tenure with the Raiders is ruining our boy Jimmy Garoppolo. Come on, man. Jimmy leads the league in interceptions. That's insane right there. I think he has about 9 for this whole year. And that sucks because Jimmy Garoppolo, when he's healthy, when he's on point, he's a really good quarterback. I would say so. A lot of people might not really realize that, but hey, when the 49ers were down in the toilet in 2017 when they had to make a trade for Jimmy Garoppolo for only a second-round pick, I feel like as a favor to the 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo played really well, and for the most part in San Francisco, he did a pretty good job, I would say. He led the team to the Super Bowl one time. Many playoff appearances, played efficient football for the most part, minus some of the turnovers, but other than that, I was really happy to have him as the franchise quarterback, and a lot of you guys would say so too at that time. And even still then, I still cherish the time that he was with us in San Francisco. And you look at him in Oakland with the Raiders and with Josh McDaniels being not the innovator that he is, not as an offensive coach. He pretty much ruined him, essentially. And Jimmy Garoppolo is not going to get a starting job anytime soon, which, I mean, honestly, he probably doesn't care because he's looking like the guy that likes to mentor younger players, which is fine right there. But, for a quarterback for his caliber, it's kind of sad and disappointing in my opinion. I still love you some Jimmy Garoppolo, so it just kind of sucked that he ruined him, and he's probably not a viable starter for any team anymore in the NFL, although he's only at age 31, but hopefully he gets another opportunity somewhere else. But with the Raiders, I think it's pretty much over with the brand new regime change, with Antonio Pierce taking over as the interim head coach, and they're probably going to be looking for a quarterback for the long term. So, it is what it is. But yeah, Josh McDaniels could have been a big disaster here. Luckily, the 49ers were able to dodge a bullet by him saying that he wanted to stay in New England at that time. Very happy for that. Very happy for the 49ers. And Niner faithful, we saved ourselves a pretty good 7 years right now with the Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch regime for the most part. I mean, there's been some up and downs, don't get me wrong. We've had some awesome years like 2019, 2021, 2022. 2023 has been mid I would say, but it hasn't been anything terrible like the Raiders have been dealing with for the past year and a half. And now he's gone. Yay. Time to go back to New England, be the offensive coordinator, and have a pretty good rest of your career in New England. Nothing wrong with that. Totally nothing wrong with that. Much respect. I mean, if that's your only place you can have success with Bill Belichick, hey, more power to you. More power to you. But yeah, Belichick assistants, very big misses in the NFL. I mean, the only people that really had success was maybe Bill O'Brien. He had a couple of playoff appearances. He made Houston kind of viable, but the GM and O'Brien killed his tenure in Houston. He's in New England right now, of all places, as the offensive coordinator, and they're not really doing a good job right now. I expect McDaniels to come back in 2024 to be the offensive coordinator for the Patriots again. No surprise at all. But yeah, I'm just really happy that the 49ers dodged a bullet essentially and not get Josh McDaniels, but instead getting Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. And the regime has been working so far for this team. Perennial playoff contenders, making deep playoff runs. Very happy for that. If we had Josh McDaniels, we'd probably be on our third or fourth head coach, honestly, with the 49ers. And I probably would have quit YouTube had Josh McDaniels been the head coach of the 49ers in 2017. Yeah, really, seriously, that probably would have been really stressful. It probably would have been stressful now in 2023 being a 49er fan, for not just for me, but for all you guys and Niner faithful as well. So, yep, that's pretty much it. You guys just wanted to highlight the whole Josh McDaniels debacle. Feeling sorry for our man Jimmy Garoppolo. I wish it could have worked out in Vegas. I thought it was going to work out because they coached together in New England back in the day, years ago, and they had success back then when Tom Brady was suspended for Deflategate and stuff like that. I thought it was going to work out with the Raiders, but it ended up not working out. So, yeah, I mean, you could tell that Jimmy Garoppolo does miss the 49ers, the team that's locked and loaded, have a lot of great talent, and, yeah, what could have been, right? So, yep, that's pretty much it. You guys, please let me know what you guys think about the whole Josh McDaniels thing. Did we dodge a bullet by him turning down the 49ers, or I should say the 49ers turning him down? I don't know which one it is, but I'm going to assume that Josh McDaniels turned down the 49ers in order to stay in New England. But, yep, that's pretty much it, you guys. Thank you so much for listening to this, watching this, and hope to catch you guys up tomorrow even more, or Friday. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Hope you have a great rest of your day, rest of your night. Go 49ers all day.